Neither of my parents wanted me.
Well, I guess that explains why you're here. Do you ever wonder why it was that they didn't want you?
I don't know, I guess they just hated me. They never wanted to have a baby in the first place.
Oh, right.
But I was already too big inside my mom's tummy, so they couldn't get rid of me.
Here, eat some of this. We can keep talking whilst we eat.
Apparently, the foster parents who took me in got money from the government for doing it, which means that they didn't really love me either.
Yeah. Anyway, why won't you have a bite?
Those people became too poor to look after me and abandoned me when I was 5 years old. So that's how I ended up back in a group home again.
It's a chocolate chip cookie. They're really tasty. You should have at least one bite.
Amanda,
What is it?
are you gonna abandon me as well?
Why would I abandon you? I don't have parents either, so I know what it's like to be unwanted. And I wouldn't want to make someone else feel like that.
What was the group home you grew up in like? Was it a nice place?
It was fine, I guess. I don't really have much to say about it.
The place I was in had 3 floors.
That's cool. That's a lot of floors.
The people taking care of us were quite strict though.
Oh, I forgot about the cookies. Make sure you have one.
They used to punish us a lot, you know? There was this grating on the outside of all the windows, and one of the punishments was that we had to hang from the grating. One day, when I was 5, I misbehaved, so I was made to hang from the grating for 30 minutes. But then, there was a centipede in the grating. It was red, you know?
A red centipede. I didn't know you could get red ones.
Well, it was definitely a red one. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. And then it crawled right by my nose, and I got so freaked out that I almost let go. But I was so worried that I would die if I let go and fell down, so I clung on.
You really didn't let go at all?
Nope, I didn't. I just let the centipede go on its way. But I was really freaked out, so I peed my pants. And then I got into more trouble for that.
You remember things that clearly from when you were 5?
Well, yeah, I'm 10 now, so it was only 5 years ago. Do you not have any memories from when you were 5?
No, not really.
I remember the house that I lived in with my foster parents when I was 4. That was the last time I ever lived in a real house.
Stop crying! You're a boy, and boys shouldn't cry like that.
I'm just so jealous of kids who have parents and live in nice houses.
Stop crying and listen to me, okay? There's no use in getting upset over the parents we don't have. Instead, you should be focusing on finding the best way to survive here without getting into any trouble. Some of the older kids are not very nice, you know.
I know, but I'm scared of them.
Me too. But you shouldn't make it too obvious. Now come on. Have a cookie already! I promise you they're really tasty.
Now that we've aged out of the system, what are you gonna do? We've received this payout from the state to help us transition into society, but I'm feeling a little lost.
I'm just going to pay my rent and keep working my part-time jobs, I suppose. By the way, do you remember Will?
The guy who left the home 3 years ago? Yeah, of course I remember him. I thought you told me not to have any contact with him because he's a bad influence.
Well, he came into the store I work at the other day, and he told me that he's running a moving and packing service now. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, I did. Some of his younger buddies were talking about it.
We started talking about you, and then he said he would be willing to take you under his wing.
You're telling me to go in and work for his moving and packing company?
I think that will be for the best, don't you? You'll be getting paid regularly in cash, but make sure you don't blow it all on alcohol, okay? You should deposit it in your bank account as soon as you receive it. Make sure you show me your bank account every day so I know that you have enough money to get by.
Are you saying that you're gonna essentially be policing me?
Yes, I will be pleasing you. I know you're not mature enough to take responsibility of your own money and use it wisely. If I don't keep a close eye on you, you're going to end up in debt sooner or later. And I know what men are like. As soon as they get a little money, they waste it all on going out drinking.
You know me, I can't handle my alcohol very well. I'm not like other men. I'll try and use my money responsibly.
Make sure you listen to me, okay? We're always going to be at a disadvantage in society. That's just the way things are. We don't have the luxury of running crying to our parents if we mess things up for ourselves. We need to take responsibility for making ends meet and putting food on the table. Realistically, we aren't going to have the freedom to spend our money on whatever we want. We're lucky to have at least received this grant from the state. But if it runs out, we will be in deep water.
Okay, I understand.
Will says he's busy today, but he'll come over and pick you up tomorrow so you can get started straight away. Make sure you do as he says and do a good job with your work. And if you give me a little money every month, you can come here and I'll make breakfast and dinner for you. So you only need to worry about lunch when you're working.
Thank you, Amanda. It means a lot that you're always thinking of me. Hey, Amanda, are you busy?
What do you want, Evan?
Well, today is Christmas Day, right? We're not working and we don't have any family to spend time with, so I thought I would come and see you. I figured you would be by yourself too today.
So is that why you're on my doorstep with a 12-pack of beers? I'm kind of offended that you assumed I wouldn't have any plans today, but I guess you were right.
Yeah, well, I just thought it would be nice to celebrate together in our own way. Do you have any leftover food in the fridge? I really enjoyed the stuff that you made for me the other night and was hoping that there would be some left.
Yeah, I do actually. I actually also bought some mince pies since it's Christmas after all. I'll go and put the leftovers in the microwave and heat the mince pies in the oven.
It would be nice to have turkey or ham like everyone else.
Well, we're not like everybody else, are we? So just be grateful for what we do have and stop wishing for more.
So, Amanda,
Ugh, why do you always have to get so emotional? Guys aren't supposed to cry so much, you know. You've been like this ever since you were a little kid. I keep hoping you're going to grow out of it one day, but at this rate, I severely doubt it.
And that's why I should have beaten up that guy who was tormenting me when I was 17. But I didn't have the courage to fight back.
Okay, you're drunk now. The last thing I need on Christmas Day is a drunk trauma rehashing session. Between us, we have enough trauma to keep us up talking all night. We should stop drinking. I don't want this to get any worse. I can't believe you're this bad after only 3 cans of beer. You better get some sleep. You have to go to work tomorrow. I can just see it already. You're not going to be able to get up in the morning, are you?
I'm so tired.
Hey! What on earth is wrong with you? Get your hands off of me! How dare you touch me there? I'm actually going to kill you. You're actually not drunk at all, are you? You're just using it as an excuse to throw yourself at me. I can't believe you.
Amanda!
Get your hand off me right this instant! And put your clothes back on, for goodness sake!
Amanda, I really, really like you. You're so nice and pretty. Oh, will you do it with me just once? Just once is enough for me, and then we can go back to being friends. Please? We've known each other forever, and it will be my first time. I would love my first time to be with you.
Absolutely not! If I said no, then that means no. What do you think you're doing here, showing up at my place of work?
Amanda,
Don't look at me like that! I feel really violated!
Amanda!
If you're done with work, you should go home and get some rest instead of bothering me here.
Your shift finishes at 11 p.m., right?
Yeah, why?
I'll come over to your place at midnight then. Let's spend the night together again.
Have you lost your mind? Are you playing some kind of game with me right now?
About last night.
Let's not talk about last night, okay? We were both lonely at Christmas and we just spent some time drinking together. That was it. There was nothing else to it.
But there was more to it for me. I've been in love with you ever since we were kids. Let's get married.
Are you crazy? What are you even saying?
I know you like me too, so don't try and pretend that you don't. Last night when we...
Will you be quiet? People are starting to stare at us.
They can stare all they like. I am not ashamed to publicly profess my love for you. I've known for a while that you like me too, so why don't we just both drop the act?
I really don't think this is the appropriate place for us to be having this conversation. There are so many people watching us.
I don't care. You and I both grew up without a family and supported each other through hard times. Why don't we get together and make a family of our own?
Where is this all coming from?
I promise that I'll take good care of you. As a man, it's my responsibility to provide for the woman I love. And besides, surely it's only proper for us to get married after, doing the deed.
Please keep your voice down! And since when were you so conservative? Just because we hooked up once doesn't mean I'm bound to you for life.
Well, I believe that sleeping together is a sacred act of love, and since we've sealed the deal already, we've basically made a commitment to each other in my eyes.
I told you to lower your voice!
I'm not the sort of guy who will just use a woman for her body and then toss her to the side. I wanted to sleep with you because I really have feelings for you. I promise I'll give you the best life possible once we're married. I'll work really hard and earn as much money as possible so you never have to worry about anything. I'm saving up to buy a used car and everything. Hopefully I'll be able to afford it by next year. So please, will you just say yes to marrying me? And let's spend the night together again tonight.
I told you to be quiet! I think I'm going to die of embarrassment. Hi there, Amanda. It's always nice seeing you around. What have you been up to today? Oh, I've just been to the market. Oh, do you cook everything with fresh ingredients from the market? Yes, I try to if I can. It's so nice to see someone as young as you being such a good homemaker. How old did you say you were again? 33? Yes, that's right. Do you prepare all your sauces from scratch as well? Yes, I do. I'm not a fan of using the stuff in jars. I should bring my daughter-in-law over to learn a thing or two from you. You really are an example to women everywhere. Women as young as you who are such skilled homemakers are few and far between these days. Sure, bring her over someday if you like. Anyway, I'm going to head inside now. It's been nice chatting to you all. Okay, sweetheart. See you later. Well, it really is rare to see such an established young couple. That Smith family really are the domestic dream. Right. You wouldn't think they were a couple of 30-somethings, would you? She's always buying such high-quality products. They must be doing quite well for themselves. I heard that they're both orphans and have known each other since they were very young, which is why they got married and built a family so early. I guess if they grew up without the comforts of home cooking, it makes sense that they want to provide the best for their child. Their son is around 12 years old now, I think. Mason, isn't it? I suppose they must have been in their early 20s when they had him. I think they're a lovely couple, and their son is very sweet too. I can't believe that a 12-year-old boy with such a great personality exists. Well, it must be because his parents raised him to be very conscious of how lucky he is to have loving parents and a family home. If you ask me, he's just a bit of a clumsy idiot. Don't talk about the poor kid like that. You know Mrs. Jones, that lady in her 80s who lives just around the corner, right? Well, I heard from her grandson Charlie that Mason Smith brings them breakfast every single morning. Apparently, when he gets his pocket money, the first thing he does is get something for them. He's too nice for his own good. He always needs to be giving somebody something or helping somebody in one way or another. He also takes the kids in the neighborhood who are less fortunate than him and buys them ice cream and cakes from the convenience store. Well, if you ask me, he's nothing but a pushover. He's just asking for someone to take advantage of his kind nature. He shouldn't be so kind and open if he doesn't want people to exploit that. Oh, don't say that. I'm sure he's going to grow up to be a lovely, responsible young man and take care of his parents when they're older. I suppose that couple deserve to have some luck in their life after their difficult upbringing. The dad is only 32 and he's already got so many gray hairs. He must have been through so many stressful things. He seems to always be working, and he never seems to get a moment's rest. Anyway, we shouldn't be discussing other people's affairs like this. Let's head on home. Where are you going?
Oh, just to chat to Mason for a second.
What's that you've got there?
What are you talking about?
The thing that you're hiding behind your back.
Oh, it's nothing for you to worry about.
Mason needs to be studying. Don't go in and bother him.
Don't be ridiculous. I can go into my own son's room if I want to.
Well, there's no need to make such a fuss.
Wow! This is amazing!
Why are you yelling?
Mom, look! Dad got me an iPhone.
Have you lost your mind? These things are so expensive. You should have consulted me before buying him a gift like that.
Well, I just thought he deserved something nice since it's almost his birthday.
He's in the 6th grade. He doesn't need a fancy phone like this yet. A flip phone that can call us and the police if necessary is more than good enough for a child of his age.
So I'm not allowed to buy gifts for my son, my one and only blood relation now, am I? One of my only joys in life is being able to buy him nice things, you know? Ah, thanks so much, Dad. Oh, I love you so much. You're the best dad ever. If you love me so much, how about you give me a kiss on the cheek? Ew, gross. I'm not a little kid anymore. Hey, if you carry on being so mean to your old dad, your mom and I will make sure to give you a younger sibling, and then you'll be yesterday's news. But you said that you were going to carry on using birth control until we move into a bigger apartment.
Honestly, how on earth did you hear a word like birth control?
I heard you and Dad talking about using it when you were sitting in the lounge the other day.
And do you know what birth control is?
Of course I do. It's what you use to avoid making babies. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the park and take some photos with my new iPhone. I want to test out how good the camera is.
I guess he was really excited, huh? Why don't you take a rest now?
I can't afford to be taking a rest. I need to make as much money as possible. I've been offered a job to help somebody move into a studio apartment this evening, and they'll pay $200 in cash up front. It shouldn't take more than a couple of hours, so it's easy money.
You're already working 6 days a week, though. 4 days of moving and packaging and 2 days of plastering. You're going to end up burning yourself out. Stop trying to bite off more than you can chew.
I might as well do as much as I can whilst I'm still able-bodied. When I'm old, I'll be limited to what I can do to earn money. If we want to move into a nicer apartment next year, we're going to need all the money that we can get.
By the way, what are you doing with that box of instant noodles?
I'm moving it to the back porch.
What for? It will just make it inconvenient to grab them when we want a quick and low-effort dinner.
Mason keeps taking packets of noodles and handing them out to his friends. He's been taking some to that kid Charlie up the road and his grandma every single morning.
Don't get mad at him. He just wants to do nice things for others.
Yeah, but it's getting to be a little bit too much these days. I am working so hard to make sure that we can make ends meet, and he gives out the noodles that I bought with my own hard-earned money out to other kids? I've been needing to buy them twice as often as I used to.
Honey, think about what growing up was like for us. We would have been so grateful if a neighborhood kid had come around to give us free noodles, wouldn't we?
I still think the kid is far too generous with things that are technically not his to give out in the first place. The box I bought just 5 days ago was already empty. And it was a 24-pack.
Oh, just let the kid be. You're the one who decided to buy him an iPhone. I think that costs way more than a box of instant noodles.
Hey, Mom, I'm back. I'm starving. Is dinner ready?
I called you a bunch of times. Why did you keep hanging up?
You did?
Where were you?
I was at my math tutor's house, having my tutoring session like I always do on a Thursday.
But still, you could have picked up the phone just to let me know you were okay.
Well, that's because...
Did you break the phone already?
No, that's not it.
You broke it, didn't you? I can't believe you would break the phone after only having it for a week!
No, Mom, I didn't break it. You know Mrs. Jones, the old lady in her 80s who lives down the street? Well, she doesn't have a phone.
And what does that have to do with you?
Oh, please don't be mad at me, Mom, okay? But I decided to give my phone to Mrs. Jones.
What are you saying? That you lent it to her temporarily?
No, I gave it to her. As in for her to keep forever. I even gave her the charging cable.
Why did you feel the need to do that?
Please don't yell at me, Mom. I love you.
Well, that's nice, isn't it? But I don't think it's relevant right now. Just tell me why you gave your brand new phone to the old lady down the street.
Well, it's just her and Charlie, and because she doesn't have a phone, I was worried that she wouldn't be able to call 911 if she ever hurt herself or something when Charlie is at school or something. So I thought it would be best for her to take my phone.
You really have lost your mind. You don't need to give away every single possession you own, you know. This really is getting out of hand. The phone still needs to be paid off. Is Mrs. Jones going to be able to afford that? I don't think so.
Dad said he paid for the whole thing up front in cash.
Oh, is that supposed to make me feel better? Even if the phone itself is paid for, there's still the monthly fees for data usage and things like that. Are we going to be paying for that on Mrs. Jones' behalf now, are we?
Oh no, it's fine. I went to the store to talk to the providers and explained that she's a senior citizen, so was able to get a special discount.
So you're saying that you didn't actually go to your math tutoring session, and instead you went to Mrs. Jones's house to give her your phone, and then on top of that you went to the phone store to get the contract changed?
Yeah, that sums up my evening in a nutshell, really. I still love you though, Mom.
You're such a golden child. You're so smart and admirable. Always making sacrifices for the community. You should run for president. You really should.
Mom, please don't be mad at me.
How can I not be mad at you? Come here right this instant.
Mom, please, I'm sorry. I won't do anything like that again.
What are you doing in Mason's room? He's already asleep.
Did you really hit him earlier?
Oh, you're upset about that, are you? Is that why you're crying here pathetically?
Why did you have to hit him? You could have just scolded him instead.
Oh, calm down. I just whacked him on the back of his calves with a stick.
You are so cruel.
Oh, for goodness sake, just calm down. I can't stand to see you bawling like that.
Why did you have to go and hit my precious only son? All you needed to do was give him a good telling off.
Do you think he would understand what he did was wrong if I just told him? It's because we were too lenient on him the first few times this happened that he thinks he can get away with it as well. You said yourself the other night that his generosity was getting out of hand, to the point that it's becoming detrimental to himself and to us. I don't think he realized just how expensive that phone was. Just leave the kid to sleep in peace already and cry in our own room if you really have to cry. Promise me you won't do anything like that again.
I can't, Mom. I'm sorry.
Why not?
To be honest, I'm not even sure why myself.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. There must be some kind of driving force behind you acting like this.
I'm telling you, Mom, I really don't know why I'm like this. I just want to give people things. Like when we have those big boxes of instant noodles, I feel like we should at least give some out to the kids in the area whose families are struggling. I know that I would be sad if we didn't have enough to eat.
Their family situations are not your problem.
But take Mrs. Jones's grandson, Charlie, for example. If Mrs. Jones isn't feeling well, then he isn't able to eat anything in the mornings. And she often isn't feeling well because she's in her 80s. His parents both left, so it's just the two of them in the house now.
Both of his parents left?
Yeah, neither of them wanted to take responsibility for him after they divorced.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Well, I didn't know that. You should have told me about their situation before, and then maybe I would have been a little more understanding.
That's why I always take a pack of noodles and some milk over to their house every morning.
I see. Well, your dad and I will make sure that they're well provided for, so you don't need to go taking stuff round to them anymore.
Are you gonna give them money, Mom? Not every problem can be solved just by throwing money at people, you know?
We're adults and we know best, so we'll sort this out. A kid shouldn't have to concern himself with things like this.
I don't get why you're getting so mad at me over this. I am really gonna divorce you this time.
What are you going on about?
Did you hit Mason again? How many more times are you gonna punish the poor child for just being nice to others?
Well, what would you have done in my position, huh? Even with knowing that we've been sending Charlie and his grandma some money to help them out each month, he still takes some of our food to give to them every morning.
Is it really such a big deal if he wants to give them a little bit of our food?
What did you just say?
That's just how he is. He's a kind-hearted kid. It's in his nature to be kind. He just can't help it. And think about how awful it was for us growing up without parents. Surely you feel for poor Charlie.
It wasn't that long ago that you were making a huge fuss about him taking the packets of instant noodles and trying to put them in a place he wouldn't find them. You really have changed your tune, haven't you?
I really don't know what we're gonna do with you, Mason. When are you gonna stop this? But Dad, I really don't know why I'm like this. I just can't help it. Even so, you know how hard your mom worked to save up and buy you that laptop. It's one of the most popular models right now. It's not even been a month since she bought it for you. Surely you should be able to understand that she's upset about you giving it away to your friend at the first opportunity. But Dad, that friend has 3 younger siblings. I don't want to hear it. You deserve to be punished for your inability to appreciate the lengths your mother goes to for you. You're always full of excuses. I am sick and tired of listening to them now. Dad, please just hear me out. I told you that I don't want to hear it. You can't talk yourself out of this one. Please, don't hit me again. Well, you clearly need to be taught a lesson somehow because you keep on doing this. Dad, I told you to stop with your excuses, didn't I? Honestly, if one of your friends said they had a problem with their liver, you would just give them yours without a question, wouldn't you? No, I wouldn't go that far. You and Mom are the only people I'd be willing to give my liver to. Oh, really? Yes, really. Oh, you're such a sweet boy.
Will both of you just shut up already? This pointless conversation isn't getting anyone anywhere. Now hurry up and sit at the table so we can have dinner. You two will be the death of me, I swear.
I love you, Mom.
Be quiet and eat your dinner.
It's raining cats and dogs today. This is crazy. It's torrential.
I'm hoping it's going to stop soon, but it might still be this bad when we go and pick Mason up in a couple of days. Will you be okay driving?
Of course I'll be fine driving. Since that son of ours decided to go off to the military, I've been living in a constant state of stress. I want to pick him up myself and make sure that he's all in one piece.
You did cry your eyes out when he first said that he wanted to become a soldier. Anyway, he has quite a long vacation this time, so you'll be able to spend lots of time with him. To be honest, it doesn't feel like that long since the last time we saw him.
It may feel like that to you, but every day he's been away has felt like a year to me. I just can't help but think that something bad is going to happen to him in the army. What if others begin taking advantage of his kind nature?
Oh, I'm sure he's absolutely fine. Stop your useless worrying.
I can't help it, though.
I just got an alert on my phone that the entire area is under high alert for torrential rain. It also says there is a high risk of flooding. It looks like things are even more serious than we thought.
It's fine. We'll find a way to stay safe on the roads.
There's still a heavy rain warning for the area. It looks like it isn't going to let up.
Oh, what is this? Get it off me.
What's wrong with you?
Look.
Ew, gross! It's a red centipede!
Ugh. There's 4 of them. Why are they so big? And why are there so many of them?
Ugh, they're so nasty. Since when were they as big as your palm?
They're coming out from behind the wallpaper. This is a bad omen, I can just feel it. Remember that story I told you about how I nearly fell from the 3rd-story window when I was a kid? Well, there was a red centipede there then. Maybe they're like the Grim Reaper or something.
Shut up! I don't need you saying stupid things like that! The rain is just getting worse and worse. It feels like it's never going to stop. Honey, please, pull yourself together. It's always been this way with the Smiths. The mother is very stoic and the father is overly emotional. My son has been saying he wants to go to the military, but I'm definitely not letting him go now after hearing what happened to poor Mason Smith. Well, I heard that it was just a freak accident and had nothing to do with his military training at all. Oh, really? I didn't actually hear exactly what happened, and it felt insensitive to ask. So apparently, one of Mason's comrades was meant to be going out on an errand to a neighboring base during the torrential rain, but Mason insisted on going on his behalf. The kid was always like that, you know, putting himself in a difficult position in order to help out others. Well, anyway, he was driving to this other base nearby during the downpour, and he lost control of the vehicle because the road was so slippery because of the rain and there was so little visibility. When people went out to search for him, they found the car overturned by the side of the road and Mason was already dead. The only sign of life was a single red centipede crawling across his shirt. The poor boy was only in his early 20s, and he was 2 days away from coming home and spending a long holiday with his folks. It really gives you goosebumps to think about it. Nobody is ever safe.
Is Mason's dad doing okay?
And why do you care? My son died instead of you. You shouldn't be here. Why are you still alive whilst my son is just a pile of ashes in an urn? You should have died, not my son.
It looks like people are starting to leave. I'll help you clean up.
Why am I thinking like this? I shouldn't be making this poor boy into some kind of villain. It's not his fault. He couldn't have known that this would happen. Why don't you have something to eat first? There are still lots of sandwiches left.
I'm so sorry. Mason always said I was too clumsy, and he insisted that it would be dangerous for me to drive in the rain. If I had been more capable, or even if I'd argued against him going a little bit more, this wouldn't have happened to him.
I should have known something like this would happen to that good-for-nothing. Always giving stuff away. Always doing stuff for other people. Never sparing a thought for himself. Well, now he's gone and given his life away. I hope he's pleased with himself. Have you seen that Evan Smith is off on another one of his drunken rambles? That poor tortured soul. He always loses his senses whenever it rains. Well, it's no wonder. He grew up an orphan with no family of his own, and his son was the only blood relation he had. To have him snatched away like that must have been incredibly traumatic for the poor man. It happened that day last year when we had terrible torrential rain and flood warnings, so it's only natural that rainy days would be triggering for him. It really is such a shame. He's nothing but a shell of a man now. It's like he wants the alcohol to slowly kill him. He used to never drink alcohol because he has such a low tolerance. But old Mr. Harris, who works at the supermarket, said that he saw him buying 5 bottles of vodka the other day. If you look at his eyes, you can see they're all bloodshot. He probably never gets a wink of sleep. He's going to end up dead soon enough if he's not careful. It doesn't seem like he even eats. The only thing he ever consumes is alcohol. He always was a little emotionally fragile. I guess this really has pushed him over the edge. If there is a god, then he really is cruel. He has to go and take the best of us first. Mason Smith was the kindest, most selfless youth in the whole neighborhood. You really don't find many people with a pure heart of gold like him. He really was 1 in a million, wasn't he? His parents worked so hard for them to be able to move into a better apartment, but then they lost all of their money in a scam. Even faced with such hardships, the boy never once complained, and he still went out of his way to try and help others. He was an angel among us. Not only did he get into a top university, he also managed to get his electrician's license on the side and was constantly working part-time at weekends and during his vacations. Every single penny he earned from that part-time job went directly to his mother, you know. Oh goodness, here comes his poor father, wearing the shirt his son was wearing when he died. It's too heartbreaking. I'm going to head inside so I don't have to watch him.
Mason. Mason! Son, can you hear me? It's your dad. I've been drinking again. Do you see this money? This is money we received from the military as a bereaved family. It's $1,500. $1,500. Apparently, that's what your life was worth. What a joke. Well, you did like giving people stuff. I guess this is you giving me the money to spend on more booze. Huh? Do you see it? I'm offering it to you.
What a pitiful sight. Just look at him, crying his eyes out and throwing money everywhere whilst shouting at the sky. It brings a tear to your eyes, doesn't it? Let's stop staring at him and go home already. It feels disrespectful somehow. We should wait until he's gone and gather up all the money to take to his wife. His wife is working day and night running that sandwich shop. She's going to need all the money she can get. I suppose it's the least we can do to encourage them not to give up all hope. Are you not going to sleep? Oh, look at the state of you! You stepped on some broken glass and cut your feet again, didn't you? You're bleeding everywhere! When are you going to stop living like this and come to your senses? I know you resent me, don't you? Why won't you talk to me? Are you even listening to me? You think it's crazy how I can go on living my life even though our son is dead, don't you? I seem cold-hearted and emotionless to you, don't I? You think I'm a terrible person and you don't understand me. You hate me because I'm not going crazy like you are, don't you? You think that because our son died, we should want to die too. Well, I'm not going to. I'm not going to die. I don't want to die. Do you think that he would want us to descend into madness and give up on life because he's not with us anymore? Of course he wouldn't. We have to carry on living. For Mason's sake, if not our own. But you don't want to do that, do you? You'd rather die and go and be with him in the next life, wouldn't you? Well, that's fine. I won't stop you. Go ahead and die if that's what you really want to do.
I want to die.
Then go ahead and do it. Go and be with our son forever. I'll be just fine by myself. I'm only 43 years old, for goodness sake. I want to live a little more. What's wrong with me wanting to live a little more? We're still so young. It was pouring it down just now, but now it's sunny again all of a sudden. Oh, what's this young man doing? He's been staring at the window for a while now. I'll tell him to come on in and eat something.
Hello?
Hi there. Come on in and take a seat.
Oh, I'm not here as a customer.
It's okay. I recognize you now. You're Charlie, aren't you?
Yes, I am. How have you been?
Looking at your haircut, I'm guessing you're not in the military anymore. What are you doing here?
I found Mason's notebook when we were sorting through his things after... Well, and the address of this place was written down in there.
I mean, what are you doing here when you must know that the sight of you causes me pain? You're the one who should have died instead of my son.
I actually used to live around here with my grandma, you know? I'm not sure if you remember us, but Mason was always really kind to us when we were going through hard times. But my grandma passed away while I was in the military, and so now I'm on my own. I spent some time in one of those countryside towns near the military base after I left, but I felt a little haunted being around there.
Ah, so you were the same Charlie that Mason was bringing food to all those years. It turns out you were an even bigger source of grief for my family than I had thought!
I'm actually looking for work at the moment, which is why I'm back in the city.
Oh, you are?
I really wanted to go to college, but I can't afford it right now. So I'm planning to work as much as I can until I get the money together to pay my tuition fees. I thought I would drop by and say hello to you while I'm in the area. Here, these are some cookies I made from following one of my grandma's old recipes. Please accept them and share them with your husband.
Do you even have the money to start living in the city again?
I've got enough to get by, I think.
Have you eaten today?
Yes, I have.
I bet you haven't. And I bet you were planning on ordering something cheap and unhealthy, weren't you? Well, instead, you should stay here and eat with me. I'll make sure to make you something nutritious. Have you had any luck with the job search?
Not yet, but I'm looking everywhere I can.
And where are you staying?
I'm staying at a motel for now.
How can you have come to the city with absolutely no plan at all? Do you know anything about electrics by any chance?
Yeah, I know a little. Why do you ask?
Do you have an electrician's license?
Yes, I do actually. Mason told me that it would be a great idea to get one because it would make it much easier for me to find part-time work.
That's good then. Did you see the nice-looking building with 8 floors just around the corner?
Oh, yes, I think I did. I remember passing by a particular building and thinking it was really nice.
Well, my friend owns that building, and they're looking to hire electricians to work there. They'll provide you with lunches, and they pay a pretty decent salary. Do you want me to put in a word for you with my friend?
Oh, yes, please. That would be amazing.
It's not going to be easy work, though. You'll need to work at least 17 hours a week, but they also have some quiet spaces where you can study and prepare for university.
That sounds great to me.
Stay where you are. I'll give my friend a call now. Well, it looks like the heavens are smiling on Evan Smith, our neighborhood drunk. Who would have thought that little Charlie Jones, who used to live here with his grandma, would be his savior? We'd all given up hope with him. I think even his wife had at this point, to be honest. I've seen him try and jump from the first floor window on several occasions, and Charlie has always been there to catch him. He just carries him to his room without a word and makes sure he's in bed. He doesn't so much as bat an eyelid. Honestly, whenever I see him carrying the old drunk through the streets, it brings a tear to my eyes. He's a saint, just like Mason was. Well, maybe Mason sent him from heaven. Maybe he couldn't bear seeing his crazy father running around drinking himself into oblivion, so he sent Charlie to do something about it. It's so beautiful, isn't it? A young man going out of his way to look after his dead friend's crazy father. It's a very odd story, but it's poignant in its own way. Yes, I agree. It really tugs on your heartstrings.
So, what are you planning to do going forwards, Amanda?
I think we might just have to give up on finding a donor. It isn't easy finding someone willing to give someone part of their liver, and with the deceased donor, it's a bit of a lottery. Not to mention the fact that the waiting list is so long. This is why he shouldn't have spent his days drinking himself stupid.
So he really won't be able to get the transplant done?
How will he? I already told you we can't find a donor. The neighbors are all telling me that I should just let him be, and to be honest, I'm starting to agree with them. He said he wanted to die and be with our son so much, so I might as well just let him finally get his wish.
I'll do it. I'll be his donor. I've never smoked a cigarette or drunk a drop of alcohol in all of my 22 years. My liver has to be in perfect condition. I'll do it.
You would do that for him? But you're so young and healthy.
So I'll be able to live just fine without a part of my liver gone, won't I? I owe it to your family. The only reason I'm here today is because of your son. Let me do what I can to help his father. We should take action now before it's too late for him. I'll get myself checked out immediately to make sure it'll be okay for me to be the donor.
You would really do this for us? Have you seen Evan Smith these days? He's looking so young all of a sudden. It's like he was reborn after receiving that liver transplant. I know, right? He seems to be doing much better mentally as well. Charlie Jones really is intrinsically linked to the Smiths, don't you think? This whole thing was down to fate working in mysterious ways. I heard that the Smiths have officially adopted Charlie as their son. Yeah, I heard. And now he's living with them whilst he goes to college in the city. Evan now seems to be putting his all into work again, as paying for his adopted son's tuition fees has given him a new purpose in life. He seems to have completely given up drinking and smoking as well. He says he needs to live a long and healthy life to make sure he pays Charlie back for his kindness. It's so nice that the Smiths are able to finally live a happy life after everything they've been through. It just goes to show that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Mason once said to my husband that he wouldn't give his liver to just anyone, that he would only give it to us, his parents. It's almost as if that sentiment was passed on to Charlie somehow, and that Mason was making sure that his father carried on living from beyond the grave.